pequeño recordatorio, esta explicación será completamente en inglés. Y vamos a comenzar. Now, if you want to use them in negative, very easy. So we are going to include only not. So that word not, we are going to include it in will not for negative, not going to for negative, you are not, we are not, they are not going to for negatives, and he, she, it is not going to. And now you have a negative sentence. I'm going to make an example with will. Tomorrow, I won't go to school. That one is a negative. Or with the going to. Tomorrow, I am not going to go to school. So if you see the difference, it is that we include not in the sentences to make something that it is in a negative way. So don't forget that we use not if you want to include something that it is a negative. If you want to make a question, so you need to change the auxiliary to the next to the first part. For example, when you want to make a question with, for example, with will, with a person that it is in third person, like Juan. Juan will travel to Tijuana. That one is a sentence in a positive way. The negative, Juan will not travel to Tijuana. That one is a negative form. If you want to make the question, you need to change the auxiliary to the first part. Will Juan travel to Tijuana? So if you see, that one is a question. It's very easy. You need to change the auxiliary at the beginning of the sentence. The other one with going to, it is different. So we need to move, or we need to change the auxiliary to the first one. For example, I am going to travel to Tijuana. Am I going to travel to Tijuana? So if you see, am goes to the first part to the sentence. The next one, it is with the plurals. You are, we are, they are going to travel to Tijuana. So if you see, it's in the second part of the sentence. So you need to move to the first part. Are you going to travel to Tijuana? Are we going to travel to Tijuana? Are they going to travel to Tijuana? So you see, you need to move to the beginning of the sentence. And the other one with the singular in third person. He is going to travel to Tijuana. She is going to travel to Tijuana. It is going to travel to Tijuana. So if you see, we need to use is in the second part, but you need to move to the first part if you want to make the question. Is he going to travel to Tijuana? Is she going to travel to Tijuana? It is going to travel to Tijuana, and in that way you have a question. Now, if you see, you have the first person, second person, and the plural and the third person with going to in the positive, in the negative, and in the question form. And with will, you have obviously the first person, second person, and the third person, and the plurals using will in the positive, negative, and the question form. Now everyone, those explanations are referring to the future simple number 1 and future simple number 2. Don't forget that future simple number 1, it is used to talk about actions that are maybe a possibility, something that maybe will happen. And going to for those actions that are going to happen because we have all the possibilities to do it. Don't forget to pay attention of this. And by the way, we have explanations on Moodle, and also I have exercises according to the topics that I have explained. So if you have any questions, you will see my email, and also you can check the chat and you can send me obviously a message, or you can send me an email if you want to communicate or if you want to check something. If you have any questions, if you have something to say, if you want to offer something, maybe more videos or more explanations, I don't know if you want to say that, so you are free to do it. I'm gonna be available. I'm gonna check the chat and I'm gonna check my email during the day. Obviously at night I'm not gonna check that, but I'm gonna check them during the day. I'm gonna see if you have any questions, if you need help. So I'm gonna be available for you. So I hope that you understand this. I hope that you don't have questions. I hope that you have everything in order. But remember, you have my email. You will see the chat. If you have any questions, I will be there. I hope that you are having a good day, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.